Hello there guys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Second Life Electronics. Today we're going to be we're going to be working with this original Xbox. It's been soft modded already, but I don't have enough space for all the games. So I've gone and brought a 2TB hard drive, an SSD, a SATA hard drive rather, sorry. And so we're going to see if we can, using a IDE to SATA adapter, install that SATA hard drive into our original Xbox and have a lot more storage for being able to store our games on. So let's get started. Okay, so we've all start again. Don't know why I started off at that. So first off, let's show the Xbox in its default configuration. Well, I said default configuration. It has been extensively modified, but only with a soft mod. This is it starting up. Now one of these should be the USB key. That's the dashboard. That's the E. Oh, there we go. This is where we're going to be copying chunk to. Remember I have the. Oh, there we go. Copy that. Okay, so this is using a program called Chimp. Now it's got to find out how we're supposed to use that. So let's do a quick bit of research on that. Right, okay, so the first thing we need to do is the next thing is open up the Xbox. And let's just make sure we've got Chimp running first. Just loading Chimp. Make sure it is gonna run. And it also says make sure we've got our adapter ready in slave position. Because what we're going to be doing is cloning the. Yeah, there we go. Please connect the slave hard drive and press A. So that's working fine. So what we want to do now is make sure we unplug everything from our original Xbox. We're then going to need our Torx screwdriver. I believe it's T8 or a T10, I think, for this. We're going to, as we often do on this channel, we're going to straight up void the warranty. But again, normally on this channel we're working on retro games consoles anyway, so we're really not too worried about any warranties anyway. This is a 1 and a 10. That's actually a T20. It's an incredibly long bolt. And then there should also be ones, I believe, that underneath these feet. Yeah. I have to see if we can buy replacement feet this now, because obviously these are coming out. And the glue, what they use is incredibly old. Now, obviously, this is an incredibly old console. I think there might be one underneath here as well, possibly. Oh, yeah. So there's 6 screws then, by the looks of it, all in all. And that should hopefully let us. Yep. That will let us open up the lid and take the lid off. So the first things we're going to have to do, because of the new hard drive is obviously a lot more, lots quicker than the original SATA hard drive, is we're actually going to upgrade to an 80 wire IDE cable. That's what we're going to need to do, is we're going to see if we can. We're going to loosen the IDE cable. The DVD drive, the console won't actually boot unless it detects that, so we need to be able to have access to it. In fact, what I might do is let's replace this cable now, and then I'm going to put the new one in loose. Let's have a look.
So does this drive just lift out, or what goes on here? We need to be able to get into. Oh, looks like it might all come out. Oh, wow, does it all come out in one piece? No, it does feel like it's supposed to come out separately. No, maybe that's a T8 or something in there. Let's have a look. It looks like it might be a T8 or T10. T10. Ah, okay, cool. Cool, that's the trying to see how it's holding the DVD drive. Oh, screwed on the front there. Because obviously I want to change the IDE cable out. There's not one on the front there. Yeah, there we go. Carefully drop that out. Just for the moment. Take that ribbon cable out. This new ribbon cable that I bought apparently is exactly the same length as the original. That's come out of the machine. Hopefully that is the case. And it does seem to be. So we're going to put that into there. I'm going to bring our optical drive back. We shouldn't now need to remove the optical drive again, so okay, we're just going to put that IDE cable in loose because we do want to make it easy to carefully remove that once the Xbox is booted. Let's make things a little easier on ourselves. Let's just screw that DVD drive back into place. Once we find where I put the... Look at the screwdriver. Still on my lap. Always make sure you know where your tools are, guys. What's happened there? Oh. TV's gone off, and unfortunately that was also powering the overhead lights. That's better. Shine some light on the situation, shall we, guys? Okay, now normally on these guides that I've seen for this particular operation that we're performing, they say about using a Y Molex adapter, because obviously you need to power both hard drives. Unfortunately, I don't have that, but what I do have is I've got a PC power supply that is spare. So we're just going to use this. Just grab a power cable. Okay. So we're going to take our 2 terabyte SATA hard drive. We've got our adapter in slave mode. We've got our original hard drive plugged back in. I'm going to grab remote power from the external power supply. Not a very conventional way of doing it, as I say. Well, it's what we've got to work with, so that's what we're going to do. Also, I'm not 100% happy with this. The pins on this are quite long, and they're actually, I'm worried they're going to short out on that back of that hard drive. So let's just grab some insulation tape. And we're just going to cover over those. Just to make sure that they don't short out. Now, talking of shorts, we actually have to now create a little bit of a short. So I'm going to grab some of my pumpkins, because we have to short out a line on the 2 pins on the power supply. On the main ATX. We're after the black. Make sure the power supply's on. We need the black and that green. In order to get the external power supply booting. So that's now providing power for that hard drive. Now I just need to jimmy the cables around a little bit so we can get this plugged back in. So we want to be seeing what we're doing. Oh, going into the green. Into the black. It's going to keep coming out there, isn't it? Okay, let's see if we're going to get anything. A bit more permanent. There we go. Okay, so we're going to need a controller. From the instructions that I've seen, they do seem to have a general consensus that it has to be an official Xbox controller. So make sure you have got an official one in order for this to work. So our Xbox is booting. Which is good. Okay. So let's fire up Chimp from our e-petition. Okay, so it's now telling us to insert the slave hard drive. Let's see if we can carefully encourage that over. Rather annoyingly the other way up. And press A. Oh no, do I have to have this connected? Just do it by FTP. Now, please tell me I don't have to do that. Oh, there we go. So we want to. So we are running our soft modded Xbox. I take no responsibility. So then it says we want to do select option 1, scan for physical IDE devices. Make sure that it shows up both devices. So I guess we've got our original Seagate drive. And then we've got this Hitachi slave drive. We're going to select option 2, clone from master to slave. And we're going to select full disk. We'll do C, F, and G. Slave hard drive is now being formatted. It's now cloning the C partition. It's not going to take too long. I mean, the whole original hard drive was, how big was the original hard drive? Does it say on there, anywhere on there? I think they're only 60 gig, I believe. Okay, so that's going to take about 6 minutes. So let's pause recording there and we shall resume once the clone is complete. Okay, so it's now cloned the entire hard drive onto the new 2 terabyte drive. We've now got an option coming up saying, do I want to lock the slave hard drive? Now, because this is only a soft modded console, i.e. it doesn't have any changes done to the EEPROM, I need to say yes to this. And then it will lock it to this Xbox. If I was running a mod chip on this, I would be able to say no and leave the drive unlocked. But as I say, because it's a soft mod, I do need to make sure that I have got the lock enabled on there. And now what we need to do is shut the Xbox down, like so. Take the power out. And then we just need to switch these hard drives over. Just going to carefully unplug. Take that hard drive out of the way for the moment. I'll try and carefully unplug this lead at the ribbon cable. And it's obviously going to go back into the DVD drive. So we can carefully take out take let's take the hard drive out. Okay. So that adapter that I used was actually one that cost £2, I think it was £2.30, I believe, on AliExpress. So you don't need to go for the mega expensive. I mean, I know a lot of people swear by the StarTech drives, and they are good. StarTech adapters are certainly usable. But if you can get a cheaper one, why not get a cheaper one? Right, so you need a bigger. Do another tip for these bits. Maybe a T15, maybe? Yeah. There's a T15 for the screws in the side of the hard drive, of which there are 4, 2 on each side. And we can get that power cable out there a little bit easier as well. Okay, so we want to set our drive back to master, which is just on that jumper there, moving that back up to master. And then refeed that power. Okay, then through that. We can then make sure that this IDE cable is plugged in there. Actually seem to have plenty of cable there, so those cables are definitely a good purchase. I don't know why I fed that back through in there, actually. Yes. Kind of a silly idea. I only actually need to plug that hard drive. So, I don't mean to screw the hard drive in. Hopefully, we can get that stuck back in properly. Let's say get it sitting in the right place. That's 2 hard drive screws in. Get one's in the other side. Now, unfortunately, we've got no real way of securing the IDE adapter on. I need a SATA adapter in, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue because, let's face it, we're going to be shaking the Xbox around. It's going to be put in place and treated with care as it's used. So let's run that cable back in. It's going to sit across there, and then we know there was a small one. Yeah. So the small one was a T10 that held the hard drive in. Was it held in that one? No, it's this one here, sorry. So T10 holds the hard drive in loosely, rather loosely. In theory, we should be able to rebuild this Xbox now, which is just a very simple matter of putting the case back on. Just making sure that nothing's catching in the way. Okay. I'm just going to put those long screws back in. The long screws, which are T20 heads. Once. Right, to throw your screws all over the floor. I don't believe these are different sizes. I think they are all the same size. Oh. Okay, so that's the last screw back in. Like I say, I don't think these feet are going to... No. We'll have to get some new 3M tape or something so we can stick those back down again. But now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the moment of truth. Let's plug it back in, plug our controller in. Let's fire up. And while she's booting, there's a picture of that bar anyway. Oh, here we go. And there we go. There's our Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, sorry, boot screen. And if I go to the File Explorer, we can see that we've got a 123,408 megabytes free on our F drive, and 1,915 meg available on our E drive, so we can put a load more games on there and be ready to roll. It really is as simple as that. And then just to show that it is playing games, this is Splinter Cell 2, which I've already installed onto the hard drive. As you can see, I do own the original disc. And that is playing directly from the hard drive, with no disc in the drive. So there you go, guys. That is now a 2 terabyte original Xbox. Time to start having some gaming fun. Bye for now.